Alright. Executive actions. Crowded into a corporate elevator on a Shadowrun is risky. You're exposed, vulnerable, but time is of the essence. The CEO's office is 50 floors up and the Baron has your back, in theory. Light, blanderized music flows softly from hidden speakers as you make your way up to James Telestrian's office and towards your objective, a sample of Project Aegis. You need to find the sample and get out before the Baron loses control of the Telestrian mainframe and all hell breaks loose. Plus, my guys are pretty fucking beat up right now. What is this? Oh. Well, obviously you can't go that way. Why is that all fucking like that? Aha! Got my fucking thing back. Piece of fucking shit. You can't go in the center of that for whatever reason. Empty office, never good. And let me guess, when I have to deck again, I can't use this fucking turret. lot of open area. Globe glows with unearthly light. This area around her Tangerine and Turn especially blah blah blah. So I think those are hotspots for mages to stand, and you get like better stuff. Ooh, I think I made a mistake. Ah. One shot, dude. Oh, of course. Doop 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 doop. At this point, we cannot confidently assign a motive to Mr. Thessen's hiring of Shadowrunners to destroy the company's Columbia River facility. There are two leading contenders. The most likely is that is working for a rival megacorp seeking a competitive advantage, but the alternative explanation is that it has something to do with her deep involvement in the Universal Brotherhood. With Telestrian Industries, of course, would never interfere with an employee's religious choices. Our 2053 investigation raised concerns that Mrs. Telestrian's devotion to the cult-like Universal Brotherhood could represent a security risk to the company, and it's possible that it has become true. Fuck you. $50 damage crit, dude. Holy fuck. Oh my god, dude. 4 more dudes coming. I lost all my programs again. Doop 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 doop. Oh no! Oh, what the fuck? Charging 50%. Shield. Fuck you. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, that was something special there. Fuck you and your buffs, bruh. Oh, I think I'm dead, dude. I already had it. Die! Dad, it's all gone. The runners attacked last night and managed to blow the whole damn Columbia River facility to bits. I've had teams sorting through the snorting through the rubble all morning. They haven't found any viable Project Aegis material. The sample I sent you was all that's left. This is a mess. Lots of people are dead, and the building is a total loss. Call me to discuss what you want me to do next, Tom. Ugh. Dude, if I die, like, that's it. We're fucked. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit, dude. Oh shit, dude. Ah, that's it. That is fucking it. Yep. This is not good. Why does that attack fucking suck? He's dead again. Let's get this thing out the fucking way. It's supposed to be a fucking AoE, dude. What the fuck? What? What? Fuck you. Keep these guys on Overwatch. What the fuck? Wow, at least he took the hit from me. Happy about that. Mr. Tustrian, in light of the recent attacks, I have relocated the only remaining sample of the Project Aegis to the safe in my office. The safe is hidden, and the safe's locked, and it's mechanical, and does not risk the Matrix Decker attacks. Sincerely, Eric Silverstar, Director of Security, Tustrian Industries, Seattle office. Well done, mon ami. As it happens, Eric Silverstar's office is on this very floor. About time a little good fortune came our way, eh? Let's get this over with. As you say, now, to stop the elevators, I'm sure there is an acceptable node in the system we can access. Find it before you are overrun with guards. I have a fuck ton of karma. Yeah, 24. Holy shit. See if I can... Yeah, son. Max the fuck out. Let's have this fuck scout for me. Okay. wondering what the fuck was going on. Alright, so that's it. Let's, GTFO! Okay, so yeah, so the key line, ley line, my bad, key line. Ley line, so up, and then the down means I'm like hurt or something. First things first, turn this fucking on. Let's throw this little bitch over here. Oh god, we gotta go all the way back through. Okay. Comlink chirps again and the Baron's face appears on screen. His voice is far less confident than before. Ah. Yeah. This is new. What? What's new? Apparently Mr. Silverstar's reputation for paranoia is well founded. This panel is hard-coded door control that cannot be accessed by the Matrix. It was not here yesterday. How did he have it installed so fast? Maybe if you gave me more information, we could figure out the next step together. Media will think of something. Very well. This will work, but the plan requires you and only you to stay the night. Go on, you have my attention. You will find an elevator, once again under our control. Goes to an empty parking garage in safety. Your hired help will be able to clear the building with ease. However, will be Telestrian's newest employee come sunrise. Now allow me to tell you where to go. The morning after, you hunker down in the janitor's locker room amid the smell of industrial strength cleansers, floor wax, and body odor. Sleep is impossible for you, as you must be constantly on your guard for the telltale sound of security teams or building maintenance crews. Morning eventually comes and with it another chance at Project Aegis. Good morning, mon ami. You look well. Get on with it. Given Mr. Silverstar's paranoia about security, we could not get into his office in a straightforward manner last night. However, thanks to the mayhem created by you and your Shadowrunners, a situation ripe for exploitation now exists. Ripe for exploitation, eh? Quay, while you waited here, I continued to probe, looking into some of the less secure, more mundane Telestrian office files. Shipping records indicate that Mr. Silverstein recently took delivery from several paintings he commissioned after being promoted to VP of Telestrian Security. The shipment was called Our Values. On the same day, building maintenance reported installing the artwork in his office at the same time as a piece of equipment purchased from the Futsi Group, although they attempted to obfuscate its use. I believe it is the safe. And the sample is in the safe. You are very bright. Mr. Silverstar is personally conducting the investigation into last night's break-in. He is interviewing personnel who may have pertinent information. You need to be one of the personnel he interviews in his office. Once you're inside, you will need him to leave so you can find a way to the sample. So I tell him I have the evidence so I can get inside his office for the interview. Close. You will plant evidence of your own creation. There are 3 matrix emergency power junctions on this level. If we add some conlink chips to them, it will make last night's run appear to be preparation for a larger run. It will bring the attention of Telestrian security. I can handle it, but I'll need a way to get around the building without attracting attention. There's a janitor's uniform, ID badge, and the comlink chips are in the locker. They will get you general access to allow you to pass a basic inspection. The rest is up to you. One more thing. Mr. Silverstar is well known for his creative security measures. You would do well to learn as much as you can about this man before meeting him. Now quickly change and I will unlock the door. I did get more karma points. What? Confirm. Yeah, save game. The supervisor has the look of Stuffler shack manager with delusions that he's on a career track rather than what is he, a disposable dime a dozen resource. Hey, there you are. I'm Steve Scott. I'll be your direct supervisor. Sorry I missed you when you first came in, but I only found out that you were starting an hour ago when you suddenly showed up in the system. Weird glitch or something. Normally, we'd watch an orientation trade and walk through our mission statement, but, well, it's going to be hard for you on your first day, but you're going to need to clean up some blood. Maybe a lot. Cleaning up other people's messes is what I do. You'll have your hands full. There was some sort of break-in last night. Some people were, just get things cleaned up on the floor. And listen, people are going to be on edge today, so try and stay invisible and don't get into any trouble. Otherwise, they're going to call me, and I'm going to have to reprimand you and put a note in your file. Straighten up this floor and stay out of trouble. Got it. I hope they get whoever did this. Only a fool would attack a Telestrian corporate office, and they think they can get away with it. Start heading from room to room and clean up what needs cleaning. Good luck and welcome to Telestrian. What can I do for you? I need to get upstairs. My supervisor said there's more cleaning to do. Top floors may only be accessed with the expressed authorization of Eric Silverstar, our VP of Security. You can head to the lower floors if your supervisor wants. Alright, well I better get back to it. Two men are staring into the vent and shaking their heads. Look, Raoul, I know and you know that there's nothing in that vent, but what? There's nothing in that vent, but when I told that to Silverstar, yeah, definitely a typo. He accused me of not wanting to crawl in there, said was letting the company down by not displaying the corporate value of duty. I sure love their mission statements and all that dreck, but today isn't the day for Telestrian's core duty above all crap. Several of us did the ultimate duty last night. I guess we should just be happy Mr. Telestrian isn't in today. Just get in there and take another look. I have to go upstairs and report. A filthy guard is looking into an open vent. He's clearly not enjoying the idea of climbing back into the duct. Sorry I tracked that dreck all over the floor. He shakes his head. Man, I can't believe what happened to the night watch. From what I can tell, it looks like our guys got hit pretty hard. Shakes his head. Yeah, they chewed through those guys pretty good. Must have been pros. So do you think you're done climbing in vents, chummer? I need to get this room done before I get in trouble. If anyone asks, you saw me in there, okay? Out of the way. Can't even reach the fucking comlink. Install the comlink chip. The access panel comes off with a quiet pop and you place the chip inside. Telestrian tech worker. As the Telestrian tech jockey turns to speak, you notice a panel has been removed from one of the land racks just behind him. Thanks for coming. Can you believe it? Silverstar is calling it an intrusion, but I know the aftermath of a Shadowrun when I see it. Start over in the corner and make sure you don't get any solvents on my servers. So, Ka, I get it, you never get the straight dope around here. They say it's an intrusion, that's good enough for me. He crosses his arms. Do you swallow every line our corp overload spout at you? You look smarter than that. Whatever, just get this place cleaned up and get out. Gotta watch what you say around here. Last month I got docked a vacation day for complaining about our uniforms. He lets out a big sigh while shaking his head in agreement. I get it. Silver Star was already in here hounding me like a Matrix tech could have stopped a decking intrusion. Now, I've got to execute a full diagnosis of the land racks before he comes back from his security report. He told me this would be a good opportunity to demonstrate the Telestian corporate value of efficiency. I think his investigation is going to be more about who to pin this on rather than finding answers. Do you think you could duck out for a smoke or something? It'd be easier if I didn't have to clean around you. Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Yeah, no problem. Just another day in paradise, right? Right. Move back spin on, place the comlink. Quiet pod, place it inside, blah blah blah. Take some of the land parts. I have to say at this point, it's not looking good. I don't know how it happened. Nonetheless, our records show this terminal was left unsecure in direct contravention of Telestrian corporate policy. You failed in your duty. I know it's duty above all for security types, but I'm the victim here, I swear. Perhaps when Mr. Silverstar gets his next promotion, that will become a value for you data pushers as well. Right now, it seems our value is clock out early and ignore my responsibilities. Don't go anywhere. I need to make my report to Eric. Just walk through. The wage slave is on edge. He's staring vacantly at his terminal with his hands in his face and his fingers twitching nervously. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Looks like you're in real trouble, chummer. Buzz, unless you can clean up a shattered career, leave me alone. Came across some items that might help you out. He shakes his head. I doubt it. You know, the guy who said life isn't fair, he was talking about me. Huh, I hear you. Let me tell you about all the crap I have to clean up. You don't have to tell me. In fact, I prefer if you didn't tell me anything, just Buzz. I understand your time is more valuable than mine. No need to get excited, chummer. There will be plenty of time to go around. It's just so unfair. They have no right to take me down for something security should have caught. Truth, as if all the bodies in here were created by someone who left this terminal unlocked. I mean, I didn't want this to happen. I mean, hell, who would? The security's bullying you, but I could make it look like your terminal was tampered with and no one would be the wiser. You're right. There is no reason I should let security push me around. He steals himself. Just do it quick. Place the cables and data chips around the terminal crossing. Thanks so much. I won't forget this when your review comes up. Hey, no problem, sir. Just glad I could help. Would you mind clearing out of here for a while? There's a lot to do. Just remember to keep this between us. Of course. Move the X panel and place the column chip. Pop, chip in. What can I do for you? I need to get upstairs, but the supervisor says there's more cleaning to do. Top floor, access, blah blah blah. Hey, I found all of these chips on some of the matrix switch boxes. Is that important? The guard thinks a moment, activates his comm link. He turns his back on you in a brief conversation, then he turns back. Mr. Silverstar wants to see you in his office immediately. How convenient. Transit, yeah. Collecting the sample. The brutish dog-eat-dog existence of a slum dweller is a far cry from the quiet desperation and existential nothingness of a corporate wage slave. Yet, after your time at Western Industries, it's unclear which is more bleak. The elevator rises smoothly, its blanderized music assaulting you once again as you ascend to the executive floor and your goal. Well, it's over here. Hey, this is a restricted area. Can't go in there. There you are. Seems that some of my best are letting me down, and it's good to see that you're displaying one of the most important of my 3 key values. Well, it's duty above all, right? He laughs. Well, yes, that is the first value, and I'm glad more than those outside. Security follow it from a janitor, no less. No, I am speaking of my 3rd and final value of vigilance, which seems to be sorely lacking around here. We prefer building maintenance, sir. Of course you do. Now please start filling out the report on the data pad, and I'm afraid I must ask you to not sit in my chair given your attire. I need to go ahead downstairs and investigate your findings. I'll be right back. Your comlink begins to ring. You pick up. So these paintings must be where all those expensive deliveries were. You don't have much time. I'm tracking Mr. Silverstar, and he's already stepping off the elevator. I don't think your disguise will hold up much longer. I'll update you on his movements. Hurry, mon ami. Frame pops out, lighting black. This one. And what's this? There's no bottle of expensive scotch in a half glass. Smoke cigar. Frame clicks. Placed in the painting, slides back in the wall. He has a few guards, a tech worker and a very nervous wage slave gathered in the boardroom and is beginning to question them. Push the frame. Frame clicks into place. Painting slides back into the wall. He has finished interviewing Matrix, now talking to the pair of guards. Not going too well. They're raising their voices. And I'm cheating because I can see that. Oh. I didn't realize I already opened it. There's a safe that has large DNA scanner on the front, most likely to Mr. Superstar. Walk away. Pick up the half-smoked cigar. Put the moist on the cigar in the DNA scanner. The click and faint hiss of escaping air, the Safe opens. Take the sample. Great work, mon ami. The time for stealth has passed. It has yet to stealth every alarm in the system, and I have unlocked the executive elevator, and your path is clear. Head to the elevator and make your escape. Detective McCluskey stands smirking, surrounded by armed and twitchy Lone Star officers. Good morning, moron. Good morning, Detective McCluskey. It's a fine day for police corruption, isn't it? The smirk broadens. That's right, dummy. Keep flapping your jaw. That sort of thing will be perfect for where you're going. Mr. Telestrian wants to meet you in person. He wants to chat about last night's fun and games. You can come along quietly, or you can meet him in a body bag. He smiles wolfishly. Come on, direct for brains. Make the wrong choice. Let's get this over with. I have things to do. Damn, I was hoping to be able to bring you in feet first. The estate. From the floor of the Lone Star Cruiser, you watch as the tops of the downtown corridor office buildings disappear, replaced by the gray overcast of the I-90 bridge. The nylon restraints binding your wrists and ankles, along with McCluskey's whistling to the radio, make for an unpleasant ride. A half hour later, the cruiser hits a whisper-smooth patch on the road, and a magnificent mansion fills your view. It's designed a blend of old-world finery and elvish grace. The car pulls to an abrupt halt, and you're dragged onto the driveway where McCluskey pulls a nasty-looking knife and cuts your bonds. You look up to see your surroundings, surrounded by a squad of green-clad ghosts, special force troops from Tier 10 Tarangere, Tarangere, Tar, messaging the feeding back into your numb extremities. You're prepared to meet the man himself, James Telestrian III. You're not going anywhere. Want some advice, moron? Of course you don't. You're a Shadowrun. You live by your own rules, don't you? I suggest you keep your smartass remarks to yourself this time, dwarf. Mr. Telestrian isn't some street meat you can impress or intimidate. He's the brains behind the throne of Tir Tanjeri, and one of the richest men in Seattle. Richer than hell elves take a dump the same way I do, McCluskey. His eyes widen, the smirk is even broader. That's the right attitude, chummer. You're the same as Mr. Telestrian. Yes, you are. Only difference is that you got no money and got no power. So tell me again, Director Brains, what is it you got? Indigestion. You're dumber than I thought. Enjoy your chat. I'll dispose of your body later. Yay. Mr. Quoth. The tall, fussy elf with the air of Victorian butler studies you from far above diminutive height before he speaks. He doesn't like what he sees. Mr. Telestrian is expecting you. You will find him in the office. Thank you, Jeeves. He's not amused, delighted to be of service. You may wait here for moments to gather yourself before you enter Mr. Telestrian's office. Some people find that they need time to prepare themselves before meeting an elf of his stature. However, the upstairs is off limits to you and the library is occupied at the moment. Do not tarry, though. Mr. Telestrian is not one to be kept waiting long. There's a twinkle in Arjanon's eye that wasn't there when you spoke to him at the Seamstress Union. It's good to see you again. There's much to do. You run in some pretty different circles, don't you, Algernon? I do not run at all, Brood Pig. I go where I am needed. I am needed here. Seek me out after you've spoken to Mr. James Telestrian. Perhaps I can be of service again. As you approach, James Telestrian III looks up from the computer screen built to the surface of his desk and assesses you, calculating and cold. A practiced smile comes to his face. He vibes the kind of rich you don't get from a trivid. It's not the clothing or the trappings or the bow before your betters mansion. It's something else. The feeling that you're being categorized as a resource or a liability or a pawn. I've been reviewing the results of your visit to my Seattle office last night. I admit they are very impressive. You have generated a considerable amount of damage to my office complex, killed or wounded many of my security personnel, cost my vice president of security his job. In 24 hours you have accumulated quite a bill with me, sir. How do you intend to settle your debt? You already confiscated the container I took. I have no other bargaining chips. First, some instruction. You do not begin a negotiation by admitting they have nothing to do with to negotiate. However, you were, considering your tactical situation. That tells me that you are more than a mere street thug. Allow me to instruct you further. You have one piece of information which you might use as a bargaining chip in the little time you have left to live. Why you took what you took. I am investigating to know why your team of criminals fought your way through my security teams up to my private office to access the Matrix and uncover the location of a simple research project. Goes like this. Your half-brother, Sam Watts, hired me to find his own killer. He had a dead man switch. When I find the killer, I get paid. You impress me, sir. My father's bastards are intentionally not well known. Intentionally not well known, even to themselves. Nevertheless, I fail to see the connection between this Sam Watts' death and the raid on one of my office buildings. There is no connection between the research project and the dead man that I am aware of. Sam was killed by her half-sister Jessica. Jessica is protected by giant bugs. Aegis kills giant bugs. Kill the bugs, kill Jessica, get paid. I find your bluntness somehow refreshing. He touches a button on the desk. Mr. Quote, please ask my daughter to join us. The young pretty elf has a dark circle under her eyes and a haunted expression on her face. She recognizes you instantly. It's you! You're the man that helped me escape from the Universal Brotherhood. How did you get here? Telestrian cuts in quickly. Thank you, Marie-Louise. You have confirmed the identity of your rescuer and given me a reason to forgive him for his trespasses against me. She looks hungry for your help. I'm glad you're here. You did well back there. Without you, we'd all be dead. She closes her eyes. Thank you, but I'm not sure that death wouldn't be better than this. I can't sleep at all. I'm afraid that this is a dream that I'll wake up and still be there with the bugs. You can relax, Marie-Louise. You are safe now. It is over. No! It's not over till they're all dead! She shudders. You didn't see them. You don't understand. You and those men just flew in here. All you do is talk. It's just like you to form a committee, Father. I knew that someone had to take action. That's why I got Hakeem involved. The already cold exterior of James Telestrian III turns to ice. I see. It was you and your crippled little friend who leaked Aegis to this man. We will speak of it later, in private. Now then, Broodpig, there are people I wish you to meet. The committee my daughter alluded to. This is a rare opportunity for a man of the streets such as yourself. I urge you to behave and will be adjourned to the library. I would be delighted. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not. Just behave. There is a weight in the Telestrian's library, a sense of magnitude and purpose. You are no longer in the presence of mere wealth. You are in the presence of history. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Broodpig. He is the dwarf who saved my daughter and the only one who has faced our common enemy in combat. Her Brachus? What does the representative of the great dragon, Loifer, have to tell us about the magical insect this Shadowrunner uncovered? Brachus speaks slowly with a deep melody. With a German accent. He takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. My Lord Loifer, dude, what the fuck with these names? Has witnessed the insect spirit's physical manifestation before, roughly 9,000 years ago. As you are aware, magic ebbs and flows from the earth, cycling from peak to peak over the course of 5,200 years. As the level of magic grows, Anzir, I love you, but you could babble on forever, and I believe time is of the essence. The painted elf addresses you. Broodpig, is it delighted? The bug you fought was not merely a magical awakened animal like the wyvern or hydra or anything else in the sixth world. In fact, it isn't from this world at all. It's the physical embodiment of insect spirits from another plane of existence. I believe that explains why I wasn't able to damage it. The spirit itself is extraplanar. Aldron eyes you keenly. Bravo, that is precisely the idea. The insect spirit exists on both planes simultaneously. I have been impressed with you for some time, Broodpig. It is good that you are here. Now that an insect spirit can't simply thumb a ride through astral space and show up on Earth late for dinner, dinner is this cage, being us. Two elements are required to bring one across the void, a shaman and a host. First, the spirit calls upon a shaman, often in dreams. The spirit seduces the shaman with promises of great power. The shaman then accepts the spirit and his totem. Next, the insect spirit requires a suitable host. The best candidates are the disaffected and the disenfranchised. In short, weak-willed. Their minds are most susceptible to suggestion, which is helpful in making the transformation. As you may imagine, these are the sort of people easily attracted to a cult, such as the Universal Brotherhood. Finally, by performing what has to be truly disgusting, a truly disgusting ritual, the shaman serving the insect totem implants the spirit into the host, willingly or not. Then it's feeding time. Harley Quinn is correct. The insect spirit is will then slowly consume its host while transforming into the spirit's own insectoid body, thus manifesting itself fully on the plane. This had to do with the great dragon and elf who likes cosmetics. Funny kid, but it's no laughing matter. This is bigger than hunting down an insect shaman or putting a few 9mm rounds into a bug. The initial bugs prepare a nest for the summoning of a queen. Once the nest has its queen, she literally explodes with newly manifested insect spirits. They swarm out of the nest, feasting on all the flesh they can find and implanting more insect spirits into the fresh corpses again and again and again. I just noticed these fucking two dudes, by the way. The room falls silent as they all consider the scenario. Faces grim. Telestrian breaks the silence. This is not an infestation, brood pig. It's an invasion. My lord Lofoyer knew this day would come, but he did not know precisely when or where. Your rescue of Mr. Telestrian's daughter has exposed the existence of an insect spirit for the first time in the cycle of the world. The one to fire a cruise missile. You half engaged the enemy. You know why? The insect spirit is only a resin and transform the host body. Conventional weapons can hurt the body and expose the spirit, but the spirit itself exists on two planes. It cannot be destroyed by mundane means, hence Project Aegis. Her Telestrian biotechnology and agriculture divisions worked with the Lord Lafware's thermaturgical engineers and designed Project Aegis to destroy an insect spirit once it is released from the host. The formula, a fluorescing astral bacteria strain existing in the physical and astral plane at once, and can then thus affect the insect spirit. Now that was a mouthful. Did you memorize it, or are you reading it off index cards? My director of R&D, Dane Ravenwood, will explain how Project Aegis will be used in the field. Dr. Ravenwood? Hey, she didn't say shit the whole time. Our weapons specialists have rapidly prototyped a delivery device for the fluorescing astral bacteria strain. They've created the same prototype launchers which fire Aegis-filled shells. When fired, the shells will discharge a high-velocity stream of the bacteria. In order to destroy one of the bugs, it must first be damaged using conventional weapons or magic until the spirit is released from the body. Then the insect spirit must be shot with the Project Aegis prototype launcher to destroy it. Aegis is a multi-dimensional bug spray? Crudely put, but accurate. We must stop the Universal Brotherhood from summoning a queen. We must stop them immediately. You're the only one who has been inside the facility and the only one who has personally fought these creatures before. That, along with your highly effective assault on my property, indicates that you are the ideal person to lead the attacks. I'm flattered. The painted elf grins and his red lipstick catches the light. You should be. Come on, kid. When fate taps you on the shoulder, you've got to pay attention, unfortunately. She has a nasty habit of tapping you on the opposite shoulder so that when you turn around, she's on your other side, giggling like a deranged schoolgirl. I hate that. Enough! Are you willing to undergo this mission, brood pig? You had me at killing bugs. Show me how to use the Aegis and I'll get it done. Excellent. He claps his hands as if seeing the circus for the first time. I love the way the short-lived are willing to die even faster. It's very inspirational. Brackus raises his hand and Harley Quinn's clapping instantly stops. There is one final note. A warning, if you will. You have seen the danger of the insects represent you, but you have not witnessed the shaman's power. The shaman must tap into a powerful source of the magic in order to summon a queen. We do not know the abilities of that power source will grant. Beware of the insects, but do not underestimate the shaman. Oh, 10K. Hey, don't scare the kid, Hansel. We need him to go on the mission. By the by, I'm coming with you, Broodpig. I wouldn't mind seeing these creatures for myself. I missed them last time. Telestrian will bankroll you, so if you hire the rest of the team, find me when you're ready to go and we'll bug right out of here. He sighs. Yeah, speak with Harley Quinn when you're ready to depart. If you wish to acquire additional supplies for your mission, find my assistant Quarth. He is highly resourceful. I got 10 more fucking... Wish I could take those points back. I didn't know. Do that real quick. Let's talk to Hans first. We do not allow many opportunities during our briefing for you to ask questions, Shadowrunner. You may ask them now. What's it like to serve the great dragon? The German man's eyes grow narrow. Do not misconstrue my relationship with Lord Loifor. I do not serve. Where do the insect spirits come from? At this level of magic in the sixth world grows, for the lack of the better word, the distance between the various planes of reality decreases. When the membrane between the planes is thin enough, ritual magic may be used to draw the beings from one to another. How did the insects get here? When the membrane between planes thins, the insect spirits reach into the man of a shaman and begin their manipulation, playing on the weaknesses and offering ultimate power in the rituals needed to bring the spirits here performed. But once a shaman takes into an insect spirit as a totem, they begin an inevitable decline to insanity, slowly losing their humanity. Has Loifor ever seen this before and knew another was coming? Why didn't he move faster? Based upon the previous cycles of magic, the first insects are not due to appear for another 700 years. My Lord Loifor believed that he is well ahead of scheduling. Something is different this time. It is concerning. Why do you think it's different from this time? Perhaps it's due to the populations of humans and metahumans on Earth being so much higher than in previous ages. As a result, a volume of magic created by sentient beings are correspondingly higher. Or perhaps it is the density of the population coupled with the advances of society and technology that has altered things. Magic has never returned to a world like this one before. The density of sentient creatures, coupled with the density of information, coupled with a new concept, the technological persistence of memory heightens the society's existential angst. Thus, more people realize how truly horrible existence is simultaneously. That in itself may be a form of magic. Loifer is studying the question now. Yes, good luck. What do you have? Is there something I can clarify for you? Why was Marie Louise taken by the Universal Brotherhood? He paused before answering. The host of the Queen is chosen very carefully, as the interactions between the Queen and the lead shaman are critical. A family connection between the two roles is ideal. As you've discovered my father's indiscretion with Melinda Watts, you know that Jessica Watts, the shaman, is Marie Louise's, and Marie Louise are related by blood. I would appreciate this information remain in the shadows. Learn more about Project Aegis. Telestri Industries Corporation has been working on Project Aegis for 2 years without fully understanding its use. Loyford did not trust me with the information. My engineers finally met the Dragon specification 3 months ago, and he has just begun the production process when my cousin Lynn hired Shadowrunners to destroy the lab and the factory, leaving us the only sample it stole. How do I use Aegis? My people have weaponized the Project Aegis formula by creating shells which, when fired, propel a high-velocity cloud of material which should be effective in killing exposed insect spirits. There are more effective ways to deliver Aegis, obviously, but the time was of the essence and I needed to improvise. Yeah, I should go. Indeed. Oh, Bitterman. Oh yeah, let's fucking check. I was listening, it sounds bad. Yep, thanks for everything. Piece of cake. I don't think so, but thanks for the reassurance. You look like you have a question. Was it Hakim who helped you in the Matrix? She smiles in love. Yes, even after my father ruined his life and convinced me to hate him, he's still been watching over me, my angel in cyberspace, Baron Samid. After we escaped, I told Hakim about the Brotherhood and about the bugs. It was just his idea to steal the Project Aegis so you could go back to the Universal Brotherhood and exterminate the bugs. But I don't know how he knew about it. Baron Samid just knows things. Why were you locked up in the Universal Brotherhood? Father didn't approve of my boyfriend and he tried to scare him off. Something went wrong and Hakim ended up in a wheelchair. Father covered up the whole thing and lied to us about Hakim. He told me horrible things, her jaw cleanses, and I believed him. My Aunt Lynn told me the truth about Hakim and how my father lied. She preyed upon my anger. I was so disgusted with him, it was easy for her to get me to leave and join her new family at the Universal Brotherhood. Why did Lynn Palestrian and the Universal Brotherhood want with you? Aunt Lynn was very excited to have me there, almost manic. She talked about the inner circle and how it was going to be going to be at its center. She said I would be their queen. The way she spoke, it's as if she'd seen God or something. Her eyes close and she hugs herself tightly. But it's not God she sees. It's bugs. Only bugs. Nothing. I haven't spoken to him since last night. Why? What happened? It went all as planned until your father's people found me and brought me in. Of course, it went as planned. Hakim is amazing on the Matrix. I'm sure I'll hear from him soon. Ugh, I should go. In addition to the Aegis loaded launchers we will be providing, I'm authorized to outfit you with anything from weapons supplies to clothing. Show me the outfits. So I don't need any of that. Show me the gear. Hmm. Need some cyber installed. Show me what you have. Yeah, I wonder why they took that fucking spell out, dude. speak to Algernon, and then we'll get the crew ready. I have a question first. Speak it. Why were you spying on me in the Seamstress Union? His eyes widen at the question. You mistake your importance, Broodpig. No, I was not spying on you at all. Until Mr. Telestrian's summons, you were beneath my notice. I only saw a customer. Now, do you require magic? Are you really here? Algernon's face takes a dreamy expression. Are any of us? Yes, Broodpig, I am here. And at the Seamstress Union. And a myriad and a myriad of other places. Myriad, yeah. On to the work at hand. Do you require any more magic? Who are you? I am a peddler of magic spells, spirits, and foci, nothing more. Truly? No. Do you require any magic? Yeah. It's so fucking odd, dude. Lightning explosion also deals minus 1 AP, ongoing minus 5, which you want to. Oh. Maybe that. Oh shit. Never mind fucking mana ball, dude. Look at that fucking shit. Nice. Alright. Next time on Shadowrun Returns.